Buongiorno, I am Ciao Daniel, and today we're going to talk about Brunello di Montalcino. First, we're going to look and see where it's produced. It's in Tuscany, and it's in the mountain actually, of Montalcino, and on top of that is the town of Montalcino. So here is Rome, up here is Florence, south of Chianti Classico is Montalcino and Montepulciano. So Montalcino, let's talk about the word. It means it's a mountain. So the meaning of the word Brunello di Montalcino, so whenever there's a D in Montalcino, that means from Montalcino. Brunello is what in Montalcino they call Sangiovese. So it really means a little brown one. So that's what they call the grape there, Brunello di Montalcino. So we're keeping in mind that in all of Tuscany, Sangiovese is king. So Brunello di Montalcino has to be 100% Sangiovese grapes. And the other great Sangiovese wines are Chianti Classico and Vino Nobile di Montepulciano. So we're going to talk about Brunello di Montalcino. Always 100% Sangiovese. It has to wait 5 years before it can be released. So right now in 2021, the current release is 2016. Brunello di Montalcino is one of the greatest wines in the world, and virtually all serious wine cellars have Brunellos in it. It ages for a long time, and the terroir, as the French would say, on Montalcino, is ideal for Brunello, the Sangiovese that they grow there, and something is very special about Brunello that's grown there. So I'm going to talk about the wineries that we have, and we have an excellent selection of 5 different wineries that produce Brunello di Montalcino. The first 3 I'm going to talk about are owned by a good friend. I've been buying wines from her for 20 years, Olga Cetolani Peluso. And she has Pietmont. In Piedmont, the name literally means black stones because the vineyard is covered with small black stones that keeps the vineyard pretty warm, heats it up, and it makes an excellent Brunello. Farther up on the mountain from Piedmont is her Frigiali vineyard. Frigiali is, I characterized it as an elegant Brunello, very classic, very elegant. And her highest vineyard on the mountain, go figure, Donna Olga, Lady Olga, after herself. Donna Olga was replanted with 5,000 vines per hectare, and so they're very closely spaced, very low producing, so that each vine produces very, very little, and the result is a big, dark, rich Brunello di Montalcino, Donna Olga. So these are just an excellent selection. Now we're going to go over to La Girla. La Girla is one of the first Brunello producers on Montalcino, and still is. We would call this a traditional producer, meaning they make those in large oak casks, and so they don't want too much oak influence. They're not made in a French barrel, a barrique, but in large oak casks. La Girla is a wonderful wine, and we have their Brunello, and we also have their Reserva, which is Vineyard of the Angels, which is only 1 hectare next to the Church of the Angels, and that's how it got its name. But this is a great, great winery. Lastly, but not least, we'll talk about Castello Romitorio. Castello Romitorio is a bigger style Brunello than most of them, and you can see they have artwork on their bottle, and their bottles are quite artsy. And their Reserva is Figlio di Seta, literally means stream of silk. So we have 5 excellent Brunello di Montalcinos, all rated well above 90 points by all the great scorers. Brunello di Montalcino is a wine that, again, all serious people have in their cellars. It's something that'll last a long time, and they're just wonderful wines. And grazie mille for watching.